Alright, so here's a little video of the install of a Healtech quick shifter. I think this is actually made from like '01 and up through Gixxer 600, 650s. You'd have to check to see if it'll fit your bike, but pretty simple install, and I just kind of want to go through it real quick how I set it up, and then I'm going to make another video of how it actually functions. So pretty much you're going to have to remove your tail first so you have access there. Lift your tank and remove your air box. Okay. So pretty much what I started with is, you plug into the ignition coils here. So you'll have basically two different cables, one here, one goes to each side. So you plug the connectors in right here, if you can see, and then you clip the other ones into, the ones that were initially, connected right here. So basically go all the way across, and then what you're going to do is run your wires through the side here, kind of underneath everything, and then here's a little module, I guess. Connect that inside the frame because there's really nowhere else to do it with the length of the cable. So kept running everything under here, next to the battery, and then all the way to the back. You can see the actual module right there. Okay. So that was actually pretty simple. The hardest part was just taking everything off. So the next part would be to get the actual sensor off. And there's actually, depending on what type of bike you have, dirt bike, street bike, you can actually put it. I put mine on the little spline or knuckle here, whatever you want to call it. You can actually put it here, and I think also down here, but I think this is the recommended point. So basically you see the wire here, ran that up all the way through here, and then into the actual unit. So want to turn your bike on, make sure that that red light, I think it goes green and then it turns red, solid. I already did this before, but so it's actually connected right here. So now it's powered on. Now I'm going to make another video to actually show how it works and the actual features of it, but it works actually off a iPhone or Samsung Galaxy, Android phone, whatever you got. So pretty much you just want to, connect to it via Bluetooth, and you can actually adjust your settings. Now I haven't actually got into any of this, so these are just the default ones, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to, mess around with it for a little bit. But as you can see, if you go to settings, you can adjust a ton of things that I truthfully don't even understand yet. I got to read about it, but sensor threshold, which I think is actually the sensitivity of the sensor, to where it might make it easier to shift or harder, depending on how you like it. You could set your first RPM and the last RPM, where you the range you want the quick shifter to work. So I mean, you can really do it from anywhere between the bottom of, all the way to the top. So I think I'm going to start like 6 or 7. Once you start getting on it a little bit. That way you don't have to use the clutch, and then set it obviously to probably the red line. And then there's cutoff delay, cutoff test, like I said, things that I really don't understand, but it's pretty cool. I mean, you can actually adjust everything right from your phone here, which is pretty awesome. So I'm gonna make another video of how it works. I gotta put everything back together real quick so I can kind of get on it and start shifting through some gears to see if it's if it's working properly or not. But just like I said, wanted to show a little video of the bike, kind of how it's done. It's pretty simple, so let's get this thing back together, and I'll make another one of how it works.